Just as Nigerians are still battling the negative economic effects of COVID-19 pandemic, the federal government announced the implementation of a 6% stamp duty on rent and lease, a decision that naturally angers majority of the masses.
I mean, we're dealing with the coronavirus issue. Palliatives were promised, a lot of people didn't get theirs, nothing was done about it. We're just recovering from oil price going back up to, pump price going back up to 143 from 121 that we're still trying to get used to. And a host of other things. There was the stamp duty on POS transactions, and now we have to deal with stamp duties on rent. No, I think the government is just being unfair. They should put a human face to most of these things they do.
It don't make sense, so make them no keep us, because this thing self has some people are owing 2 years, 3 years, they never even see money pay. To eat self in our wahala. Talk less or to pay 6% on top. Where that money from one come from? No work. People are hungry self.
Looking at the situation of the country, I think it's coming at the wrong time. Because with this, I feel what should be considered for now is how people live well, not exhausting them again.
The moment they pay with it, it is wrong. Our government should have a pity for us. Do you understand? Please, I beg you now. When I go tell Buhari where in they say, we never get money to build us. Even the house where they say, Pastor Abi, whoever, I've seen Minister of Housing say, in the build, we never see one enter. Now on that bridge, they sleep. So I beg her, not be saying I quarrel, they use my waffle language, they tell her, say, Buhari, I beg, I hail you, I give it to one.
However, as the streets continue to condemn the announcement, an Estate Surveyor and Valuer says stamp duty on rent is not new and believes it is a perfect time to implement the law.
Stamp duty has been in existence since 1939. What has changed now is that because the monoproduct that we depended so much on, which is oil, the revenue from it is no longer so much. So government is now becoming dynamic by going into all those laws that they had, all those revenue opportunities that they had before, but which they had not prospected very well. That is what is happening. So they are reviewing their book and going back to it. But I bet you, if you are going to a court, if let's say you have an issue with your tenant, if the stamp duty is not on it, it will not be admitted in the court.
In further analysis of the stamp duty, the property experts assured that there was no need to panic.
From year 1 to 7th year, attracts 0.78%. If I want to break it down, that means for every 50 naira, you pay 39 kobo as the stamp duty. So for a rent of 100,000, 780 naira is what is payable on it. If the tenancy, it even adjusts the year. You know, I said 3 years before. It's now say between first year, between year 1 to 7th year, that is when you pay 0.78%, not 0.78. That means if you are multiplying it, is whatever rent times 0.0078.
The government has warned that stamp duty is not a basis to increase rent, but in a country where inflation and rent keep rising at an unchecked rate, can Nigerians afford to pay more? Sheun Awoshika, reporting from Lagos.